Okay, welcome back, Leo. We are going to be doing your mid-month for August today, and we're going to be using the Magical Unicorn Oracle deck today because it's Leo season and I want to tap into that inner child Leo energy. So here we are. We're going to use this deck because it's got that childlike energy. So let's get into it. I was meditating on your energy before this reading, and I actually got some pretty strong visuals that I wanted to share. I was seeing somebody picking up lucky pennies off the floor, like walking down the street and picking up pennies. So that could be significant for somebody. And then I was also just getting this feeling of like within that kind of visual of like picking up something so small like that and like being grateful for that as like kind of like a sign, just like walking through life with a sense of gratitude. If you're not already doing that, I think just spirit is kind of calling attention to that, to just pay attention to the little things in life and the magic in your everyday life. Seeing that cleansing can be significant, even needing just like a day inside during like a thunderstorm or something. Someone could be craving that kind of energy, or just like the idea of like a vibe like that, even if it's not raining, just like taking some time to really just chillax, like it's a little thunderstorm out there, some lo-fi music. That's the vibe I'm getting. Other things that came up were lemon water and electrolytes. So I don't know if somebody needs to hydrate more. And again, back to that gratitude, I was like seeing a family playing with their kids. And so if you are somebody with children, maybe just spending a little, like even if you have 30 minutes at the end of the night with your kids, just like making the most out of the time that you do have with them. And the same could go for pets as well. Okay, so we got the card Brothers and Sisters. To get along with others, see the love and the best within them. Let's see what else comes through here. Happy surprise and love heals fear. What's on the bottom here? Listen to your true feelings. So something very good is about to happen, and love heals fear. The power of your love can help bullies and angry people to be less afraid, and listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. Okay, so I get the sense that this could have to do with your sibling relationship dynamics, or people that are like siblings to you. Maybe I'm picking up on there could be some like differences in, okay, this is one storyline, maybe the difference in raising children, and maybe just some conflict coming up around that. But also just listening to your own feelings about certain things and trusting that energy. And as long as you're moving from a place of love, and doing what is in alignment for you, you really can't go wrong with that. And I feel like as long as you're doing that, a lot of abundance is going to pour through. And we do have that, we have Uranus and Gemini right now. So a lot of like unexpected energies can pop up. And this is a placement we have for 7 years. So I just think it's really interesting and kind of fun that we have that. It'll be interesting to see how it develops over time. But yeah, I'm picking up with that energy that something could be unexpectedly coming through. And I wasn't going to do this, but I felt called to pull some of my angel cards. So we're going to do 3 of these as well. Spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Let's see. What else wants to come through here? Gifts from God, rate with happy surprise. Interesting. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Okay. And let's see what else. Clairvoyance. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. And that overlapped. Wow. Okay. So this overlapped the love heals fear. That spirit is literally guiding you to open up your gifts more deeply to be able to walk through life with love. There could be maybe some lessons with a sibling energy, like I said earlier, that requires you to really like stand in your power and stand in your truth and energy. And I think when you do that, that is telling the universe that you're ready. And I feel like standing up for yourself, when it comes to like a family dynamic or just, when there's conflict between family too, like oftentimes, I've noticed in my own dynamics that like a lot of conflicts stem from fear, one, and closed mindsets. And again, staying in alignment with your truth and your belief systems and like expand, as long as like if you're expanding your mind and opening yourself up, like people around you can feel that, and if they're not on that level yet, that can scare them or raise conflict. So I feel like again, it's something along those lines of like, regardless of, I'm hearing let your freak flag fly. So it's like, regardless of the opinions around you, you need to stand in your authenticity and keep moving forward. And that's what's going to bring through this energy of abundance. So definitely a powerful way to start the reading. Let's get into some tarot as we dive deeper into your mid-month for August. We're doing a general spread today, kind of looking at the past, present, future. It usually becomes one big storyline. So we're just looking at like the past. The intention is the recent past, but I do read cards intuitively, so if I pick up on something else, I'll always share that. But yeah, the past, aiming for the beginning of this month, present now, and the future, the end of this month. So let's look at the present moment. Let's see. Jeez, that was a lot of cards. This one fell out on its own though, so I'm going to take it. That was too many, so I'm just going to keep shuffling here. Okay. And then the future. Okay, so let me start explaining this to you now. In the past we have, wow, okay. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, with the angel deck, we also had breathe on the bottom here with listen to your true feelings. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So yeah, I think this is just, again, asking you to trust your intuition and just like lean into like, okay, everything's okay. Like everything's going to be fine. In the past, you have the Judgment card, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So again, I feel like this could be that conflict coming up where through this like conflict or difference in values, opinions, belief systems, whatever it is that's coming up, it's awakening both parties to deepen their consciousness and deepen their awareness and perspectives. And by you shining the light and like leading the way, that's going to set an example for the people around you, especially if they haven't reached this level of thinking or being or doing, and you can feel like their resistance. But that challenge is there for a reason, to help awaken both of you on your own timelines. So that Five of Swords in the past, I feel like is this energy that we were just discussing, is like, I get this sense of people just not kind of honoring the energy that you're putting out there, and you might feel maybe manipulated by this energy. Let's like just pull one more card on this to kind of see what this Five of Swords energy is exactly. Okay, wow. Yeah. Okay, so whatever this conflict is with this Five of Swords, I feel like it's literally pushing you, oh my god. It's pushing you into this abundant Empress and raising consciousness energy. And that's an opportunity presented by the universe, even though it might feel negative in the moment. It's actually something that's like pushing you into your power. During Leo seasons too. And we are in a 9-year, and we just had the Lionsgate portal, the 8-8 portal combined in a 9-year. I feel like it was a really big focus on, and we had the full moon in Aquarius, which is it felt, well, it is, and it felt like a very deep clearing energy. Today we have Mercury going direct on the 11th, and there's like multiple other things happening today that were pretty meaningful. If you want to hear more about that, please check out my August astrology video, because it's just a lot to recall in this very moment. But today is a big energetic shift, and yeah, like I said, it's the 11th today. I'm not exactly sure when you'll be seeing this, but my point being is, yeah, like the beginning of this month could have challenged you to really step into yourself in a bigger way. And the reason I bring up all of the placements we had last week is because, of course, it's having impact now, and in this reading, but also because the 9-year is all about like releasing and healing and like really letting go of old patterning, so we can like step into this like more authentic way of being. And combined with an energy like Lionsgate, it's like removing these blocks that we have to abundance. So yeah, I feel like whatever these wounds that are coming up, it could feel triggering, but it's like ultimately for your healing and raising your consciousness, and like to help you ultimately move past those limiting belief systems and help others move past those belief systems by you setting the example. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. That was following that 5 of Swords and the Judgment card. And of course, I clarified that 5 of Swords with this raising consciousness, this Emperor's card, and that Page of Pentacles. So very much in alignment with this 9 of Pentacles energy. Again, just everything I just said about being triggered to basically just step into your abundant whole self. So that's really beautiful energy. Now, because you're stepping into this energy in the present moment, you have a lot of different offers coming towards you. We have that King of Cups here, and then that Knight of Cups and Justice. So I feel like you really have gone through this karmic balancing energy. It feels like you could be aligned with feminine energy regardless of gender. I'm picking up strong feminine energy here, and this could be just speaking to the feminine energy within you, growing and healing. But ultimately, I feel like by standing up for yourself in the 3D, that's declaring to the universe this sense of, okay, this person has learned their lessons, they're ready to receive more abundance. And I did a reading recently. I think it was the Lionsgate portal reading, actually. Feel free to check that out. It's still very relevant. And it was all talking about a shift in perspective towards internal empowerment. I also recently did an ancestor message that was a lot about stepping into a completely new dynamic of functioning with other people, um, and ways of relating in relationships, and basically learning how to step away from societal norms when it comes to relationships and what we've kind of grown up around, and more stepping into a nourishing way of relating with others in connection and collaborating with others. So, regardless, this is shifting on the planet in general, and those are the themes that we talked about in those 2 videos, and I'll link them down below if you want to check them out. But really, there is this deep sense of karmic rebalancing happening on the planet right now, and I feel like you, whoever I'm speaking to, is just right in alignment with that. And it's like, again, the more you can declare to the universe that you understand your value and your self-worth, and you step into that Empress energy, you're going to have offers from the universe coming forward. So then, in the future, we have the 3 of Pentacles, that 6 of Wands, and this Ace of Wands leading out the reading. Let's see what's on the bottom here, too. We have the 9 of Swords on the bottom for the overall energy. So we'll come back to that in 1 second. But the 3 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, I feel like you are being brought... There's a little hair on my table. You are being brought the right people, places, and things to collaborate with to move forward in this new way of living. So I feel like, again, you've really overcome some sort of like karmic lesson or pattern in your life that has really helped you, or, well, let me rephrase that. You have really stepped into just like a new sense of yourself. You've like rewritten your story. And because of that, you're bringing in a new timeline and new people to collaborate with, in a way that feels supportive and nourishing. So this could be calling in a new job, calling in new friendships, new relationships, new coworkers. You're just going to start to see, I'm getting like, because these intentions in your soul are more in alignment, you're going to start to see that play out in a better way in your 3D reality. And you have the 6 of Wands. So that is really just moving forward in a really positive direction and positive energy. And we have that Ace of Wands. So I just want to say, like, continue to keep moving forward in this positive energy. Really hold on to that, like, idea of being grateful for the smallest little signs and synchronicities in the universe, whether it's a penny on the ground or an important number that you see on a license plate. Like, when you know it's your intuition speaking to you, listen to it. And even if you're unsure, like, start to follow that more and just lean into that energy of gratitude, lean into that joy that is present each day, and let it take you for the ride, let it take you for a journey, and keep following that thread because it is present and it's here and it's guiding you. So when it comes to the 9 of Swords energy, I do just want to say you have the Queen Swords, the Lovers underneath that, the 3 of Cups. I feel like there's this like, whatever this conflict was, I think could have kept you up at night, but I feel like you're ultimately really cutting away from that and bringing in these new choices and this new positive energy. But it's really once you cut away from these mindsets that are holding you back, and stand up for yourself, that I think things are going to really start to shift if they haven't already. But it looks like they already are. So I want to dive deeper into this in the extended. We're going to overlay this reading with some other cards from another deck, just to get a deeper look of what's kind of going on underneath the surface. And then we'll pull some oracle cards, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So if this is your reading and you want to keep following me over there, feel free. And if we part here, thanks so much for tuning in, and feel free to share, like, subscribe. That will support me and the channel and help this message reach who it needs to reach. Yeah, so cool. Have a great day. See y'all soon.